Mock 6. Again, I guess one more area where it's a common thing is you start scanning the questions, you get easy questions eventually altogether. And what was your score? Despite rectifying your mistakes in quant. In quant. 17, 17. Not happy. 17, not happy. Marks separa. Negatives leva. Okay, cool. 12 in quant. No, despite rectifying those things. Only 12 marks, which is very less. Others online, what is the score that you're getting here? In quant, you can also specify your percentile if you remember, which is what you're expected to always. Quick responses, online students. Scores in quant section versus percentile. 29, okay. 29, I think, is a good score in this paper. What is the percentile? What did you score in the percentile part? Others, quick. Vamsi, Snigdha, Chakradhar, Krishna. We have around 16 or 17 people. Ashita, Hema. Guys, also give me a percentile here. Nobody follows instructions properly. Nobody. For 3986, no chance, Amma. Hema. Chakradhar, what score of 55? Please listen to the instructions carefully. Your score, comma, percentile. Hema, there is some typo error, Amma. How can 39 be 86 percentile? Because 29 was 84 percentile. Yeah, 39 is 97 percentile. Good. Next. Ashita, waiting for your scores. You can send it to me personally, no problem. Direct message to the speaker. Guys, your sincerity speaks a lot, especially in terms of mocks. I've been telling you right from the first mock that these are your mocks. How can you not know the statistics of your mocks? If I'm just giving the mocks and leaving, which means I'm not taking it seriously. If I'm literally taking it seriously, I should be knowing, okay, this is the kind of score is giving me this kind of percentile. Are you getting it? So you should know your score and rough percentile around 80, 85. So as I always tell, you should not be taking your percentile to your head, but that also tells you where you're standing somewhere in competition here. But don't take it to head. Rather, let us try to see how can we still improve upon our percentile altogether, right? But I think in this paper, when I did go through this paper, I would say somewhere around 27 should be a very good score in this paper. And especially for batch 3 and batch 5, the marks should be higher because there were certain numbers based questions. There were certain questions that you could have converted. And batch 6, since numbers has not been done, maybe 1 or 2 questions lower. 29 questions, not 5. Basic arithmetic, you had 9 questions in this paper. Okay. So I'm not going with the classification of that examining body. To me, there are 9 doable questions in this paper which come under either arithmetic or arithmetic is a no man's land as well here. Some random questions were there in no man's land. That gift swallow question was a very simple question. You should know how to convert it. But even excluding that, so if I'm being very conservative from the topics that we have seen, there are 9 questions. So your score should have been 27 minimum there. And I'm looking at 40 minutes. 40 minutes means approximately more than 4 minutes per question. That should have been a good conversion there. 27. So score of 27, I guess somebody had score of 27, right? Score of 29, Saraswati had around 85 percentile. I think it's a good score at this moment, looking at only arithmetic. Clear? But yeah, none of those questions required around more than 3 minutes, which means if I'm attempting those 9 questions, tight 9 questions, 9 into 3, 27 minutes, you should have scored 27 marks. Maybe remaining 13 minutes also gives us a leeway to score that extra marks. Right. So I think remaining 13 minutes, I should be looking at clearing 4 to 5 more questions. So 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 threes are 39, and somebody has a 39, which is close to a 97 or 98 percentile, which is like a decent speed. You're not rushing fast. 3 minutes per question is a very decent speed in this paper. Clear, right? Now let's see how do we go ahead in this paper. So if I start my first question, I'm given a lot of things. The number of possible values. Whenever I see the number of possible values, what I do is I avoid these kind of questions in my first shot. Please remember this when you start the exam. If you start converting the questions, that boosts your confidence. Right? I will not, with this question, no matter I know this question comes under I will try wala concept. Because I do not know sure shot. I will have to try. A number of possible values in case batch 3 and batch 5 have been in numbers class. You have seen that in numbers class, the gaps have always been 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Maybe you have to take 4, 5 is the answer. Maybe you have to take 5, 4 is the answer. 3, 4, 5, 6 might be the possible options in this question. Right? So I would not advise you to jump into this question the minute you see this question. But yes, I would mark this for review saying that I know numbers question. Right? And I will do it at a later date. It's a topic which comes under numbers. Batch 6, it is not applicable. Batch 3 and 5, and people who have done numbers, this is applicable. We'll discuss this, don't worry. Okay. Next question is a line segment L divides into 5 parts. Again, if you're not very sure of geometry, I would rather leave this. My target is to first grab as many questions as possible. I would leave this in the first go. If I'm comfortable in circles, I'll come back. Again, mark for review, come back. It comes under try. There is nothing called sure shot answer in geometry. Okay, I would leave this question. This, I would still give a try in case your algebra is not good. Hold it. But yeah, it's a very easy question if you know how to rationalize the denominators. We'll look at this. But I would come back after the first round of arithmetic. So this also comes in my second category, not in the first list category. Clear? So this definitely comes in second list category. This I would still come back in case if I have time, because I'm not very sure of my geometry. And this also would be somewhere in the second list or the third list, because I'll have to try too many values. So give yourself that leeway that, okay, there are enough questions, we'll convert them, no problem. Okay. So this is how I quickly scan these 3 questions. I go to the 4th one. Yeah, I would do this question because it says a long word-based question, 30%, 300% more. So I would definitely solve this question. Not a very difficult question at all. It says in the year 2009, a car company produced 4,000 in January, 2,000 in February, and 6,000 in March. Jan, Feb, and March. So this is 4,000. This is 2,000. And this is 6,000. And the same 3 months production pattern was followed for April, May, and June. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That means this cycle is repeated how many times? 4 times. Right? Okay. What must be the number of cars produced from January 2010 to 2014? 2012. 10, 11, and 12 for 3 years. Okay. So that the average production per month for these 4 years is 300% more than the average per month in 2009. Clear? So this is what 12,000. This cycle is repeated 4 times in the year 2009. Clear? And I'm calculating the average of this. The average of this is again divided by 12. This is going to be how much? 4,000 is going to be the average. Clear? Now, average per month in 2009. Now, average for all the 4 years is 300% more. 300% more, multiplying factor becomes 4. So 4,000 into 4, that means the average production becomes 6,000 for how many years? So 16,000 for how many years? For 4 years. 4 years is how many months? Because this is average production per month. 4 years is 48 months. That's the only catch here. So I would rather write this as 16,000 into 4 into 12. Now 16 into 4 is how much? 64. 64 into 12. What is 64 into 10? That is 640. What is 64 into 2? 128. That means I get 8, I get 6, I get 7, 7, 6, 8, followed by 3 zeros. These many cars should have been produced in 4 years. Out of this, 48,000 have already been produced in the year 2009. So from here, if I remove 48,000, which means in the remaining years, I will have to produce 7,20,000 cars. Within the first 3 or 4 minutes, this should be your first convert. It's okay. That's how we learn. Yeah, I understood. It's okay. That's how we learn. Clear, but people who have done it correct, did you have only this calculation on your notes? I repeat, I've been telling this in every class. Why am I after you to simplify your methods? This is how you'll realize in the examination, under time pressure, in the last section, unless I simplify my methods, my efficiency will not go up. And that cannot happen on the day of the examination. That should be happening from the beginning only. Clear, so I knew 16 into 4. I know something into 12. So simplify your calculation and move out with your answer. So good 3 marks to be converted. Easy 3 marks. This is the 4th question of the paper. This should give me a confidence in the first 4 minutes. Yeah, I've converted 1 question. Okay. Next, if you know geometric progression, a lovely question, simple question, sitter. Okay. I'm not considering this as of now. Nice question, but doesn't need more than 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know how many of you converted. How many of you converted this? Did not? Did not? Why? What's stopping us from converting this question? See, if you're not converting these kind of questions, you will not get the minimum possible score amount. What does the question talk about? A worker X can build a wall in 12 hours. Okay. And a worker Y can destroy the wall in 20 hours. Let me take 60 as a total thing. This guy builds 5. This guy destroys 3. Simple. First sentence. Now, when X always, so worker X always takes a break when the wall is built 75% of the original height. 75% of 60, 3/4 of 60 is 45. So if 5 units in 1 hour, yeah, can I say 45 units in 9 hours? He took a break. Now, he always takes a break when the wall is reaching 45 is what the question is saying. Now what happens? And does not stop. Okay, now worker Y starts destroying the wall and does not stop till when the wall of the height becomes exactly 25% of the original height. 25% of this is 15. So if the wall has to come to 15, that means he has to destroy 30. Clear? So destruction of 30 will happen in how many hours? 10 hours. Clear? Now what will happen? This is worker X and this is worker Y. So by the end of 19 hours, only 15 units are done. Again, worker X will take a break when the wall reaches 75%, which means when the wall reaches 45 units. Now from 15 to 45, how many units has worker X has to make? 30. 5 units in 1 hour. So now he will make 30. He will take how many hours? 6 hours. He will take a break. Clear? This became 45. Now again worker Y will come and make it 15. Which means worker Y will come and now destroy 30 units in how many hours? 10 hours. This cycle will keep on continuing. This is what the question says. Now the question says, what percentage of the wall is built in 2.5 days? How many hours? 60 hours. 2.5 days, 16 hours. 60 hours, right? 2 days is 48. Half days, 12. 60 hours. Now, 19 plus 16 is how much? 35 hours, 15 units is done. Now, this will repeat again. So, again, this guy will come for 6 hours, make 30. This guy will come for 10 hours, destroy. So, that means 51 hours, only 15 units have been made. Clear? I want to reach till 60. I'm coming close. I'll break now. Okay. Now this guy will come for 6. He will make and he will go. So I repeat, 51 hours, 15 units. He will come for 6 hours, make 30 and go, which means 57 hours. How many units are done? 45 units are done. I want to go only till 60 hours. 60 hours means 3 more hours. 1 hour, 3 units. So in 3 hours, minus 9 units. That means 36 units is completed in
Sure.
What percentage of the wall? 36 by 60. 60% of the wall is constructed in 2.5 days. Clear, everyone? Any doubts? Great. So simple, 36 by 60. 60%, according to me, should not have been missed. This question did not require any understanding, just plain calculations. Now you need to ask this question, why have you not converted? एक और बात याद रखना यार, अगर fill in the blank question है ना तो integer value ही होगा. Clear? And stop making calculation mistakes in these kind of questions. Clear? Right? Done. So 3 more marks to be definitely converted. 6 marks in this paper so far. Circumference of the circle, I leave this. We have seen this question in the class. It's kind of a direct replica coming from the class, maybe a slight change in the end. So Rajat and his friend Shubham got late for a function which was about to start at 2 p.m. Okay. Now, Shubham told even if Rajat drove at 60 kilometers an hour, they would reach the destination at 2:15. So we have discussed this question. This is his usual time to reach. When they're covering at 60 kilometers an hour, they reach at 2:15. And if they cover at 80 kilometers an hour, they reach at 1:45. We have seen this difference of the time taken is half an hour. So can I say d by 60 minus d by 80 is equal to half an hour? We have seen this in the class, should not be a problem at all. So 60, 80, what is LCM? 240. This is how much? 4d minus 3d is equal to half, or d is equal to 120. Clear? Now, point number 2. If they had driven the car at a speed of 90 kilometers an hour for the first half of the journey, so 60 kilometers at 90 kilometers an hour. Clear? Before that, let's also understand the starting time. If they're traveling at 60, they should have taken 2 hours. 2 hours and they reached at 2:15, which means they're starting at what time? They're starting at 12:15. Okay. So 60 at 90 and the remaining 60 at 60. So this is 1 hour and this is 2/3 of an hour. That is equal to how many minutes? 1 hour, 40 minutes. So if they start at 12:15 and they take 1 hour and 40 minutes, which means they are reaching at how much? 1:55? Or we can write this as 13:55. Okay. At 1:55 p.m., they are reaching it. Okay. And now the question says if they're reaching t minutes earlier than 2:15 p.m. Now 13:55 and 2:15. What is the value of t? That's your answer. Simple. Find the value of t. That's going to be your answer. Clear? So another 3 marks that you should have definitely converted. So this is what I say, it's okay if you're weak at mathematics. But how much have you made the most of what is taught in the class? That's the question that you need to ask. If we have seen all the models that we are discussing in the class, we have already seen them earlier. Maybe the numbers are changing. Maybe scenario is changing. But we have been used to these kind of calculations also, no? We have done similar calculations in time and work as well. Now, my point is that in case you are not able to convert something that you have already seen, then there is a bigger problem. I'm not expecting you to come apex with a strong hold over mathematics. But if you're learning in class, if you have heard the class, if you have understood the class, and then you are not converting it, is a big problem there. Clear? Similarly, the same question till here we had seen in the class. That d is equal to 120 we have seen. Now, only thing that they have slightly innovated is some extra step here. But again, a calculation intensive step only. That should give you the confidence. Even in the exam, you'll have the same thing only. Whatever you have learned, some extra step, some extra story, weird story, and you have to interpret and solve them. So 3 more marks in our case. 9 marks should have been there with you by now. Again, a very easy question. This, I guess, I took hardly 30 or 45 seconds to complete this question. Very easy question. 3 workers can do a job in 12 days. 2 of them work faster than the third worker. Each of the 2 faster workers works twice as fast as the slower worker. If this guy does 1, this guy does 2, this guy does 2. Simple. You can take x, 2x, and 2x, no problem. Okay. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 in 1 hour, how much are they doing? 5. And they are completing the job in 12 days, 12 days, which means 60 units becomes your work. Right. And now the question is, how long will it take for one of the faster workers to do the job? Faster worker does 2 units per day, 60 by 2, and your answer becomes 30. 12 marks by the end of this question. Easy, not trying to think anything new. Whatever you have learned, convert them. Clear? Right? Sequence, you're not comfortable, leave it. No problem. Or we'll come back to it later. No problem. We'll get back to it. Okay? Maybe round 2. Next question, a certain number of woodcutters. Slightly weird question. Okay? Even if you're leaving, I do not have a problem. You can leave this question, no problem. What's wrong? The PPT, I changed it. This, okay, no problem. Again, regular X again. You can leave this question, no problem in that. Okay? Now, 2 containers, a very easy question that you should have converted. Your 15 marks should have been here. Clear? Right? 2 containers contain mixture of milk and water. In 1 container, the ratio of milk and water is 4:1. In the other, the ratio of milk and water is 1:3. 10 liters from here are drawn and 16 liters from here are drawn. In a third container, already containing some amount of pure milk. Clear? Right? So I do not know how much milk was there. Let's say X liters of milk was there. This becomes 8 and this becomes 2 and 4 parts. So this becomes 4 and this becomes 12. This is the final ratio of milk and water after merging all the 3 containers. And as per the question, this ratio is 3:2. So this is 14. 2 ones are 2 sevens are cross multiply. X plus 12 is equal to 21 or X is equal to 9. Now, this is the most important point here. What? Find the volume of the new mixture. Clear? So if X is equal to 9, 10 plus 16 plus 9 becomes your answer. That is 26 plus 9. 35 should be your answer. And therefore, you should have got 15 marks by now. Not at all a difficult question. Clear? Yeah, my PPT is fine. Yeah, I don't know how did this PPT not go there. Fair enough. Leave it. No problem. Reminder, in case you have done numbers, we'll discuss this. If you have done numbers, you should have done this. It's not a difficult question at all. The divisor is a prime number. This makes your job pretty easy. Okay, we'll discuss this. Don't worry. Batch 3 and 5, we'll discuss this. Now, 3 paired eye, what is the probability that this can form a triangle? Trust me, very long. I might come back to round 2. I have multiple rounds of solving. This will not come in round 1 at all. Clear? Because a lot of numbers are there. A plus B should be sum of 2 sides is always greater than the third side. Right? So third side can be 3, 4, 5, 6, anything. Clear? So we'll discuss that later, no issues. Lovely question. You should have converted this according to me. Now, how do you convert these kind of questions? At a farewell party of certain class, having n students, if each student of the class gave one gift to exactly k other students, okay, then the number of students in the class who received at least one gift cannot be less than what? Cannot be less than means minimum number, right? Minimum number of people is what I want. Let's take an example. Suppose there are 3 friends. N is equal to 3. Okay. And I took 2 cases. To be very frank, I took 2 cases. Okay. The 2 cases was, suppose I'm assuming that they decide to give the gift to 2 other friends. K ka value becomes 2. Okay. So A gave to 2 other friends. Clear? B gave to 2 other friends and C gave to 2 other friends. In that case, this guy got 2 gifts, this guy got 2 gifts, and this guy got 2 gifts. I repeat, I took N is equal to 3 and K is equal to 2. Then how many people got at least one gift? All the 3 people got at least one gift. In that case, the answer should be N. Luckily, did not match anywhere. But think other way around. I want the minimum possible number of people. Right? If I want minimum possible number of people, let me assume that these guys decided to give gift to exactly one other person. Okay. Now, suppose A gave to C. I want minimum number of people. B also gave it to C. Okay. Now C cannot give to himself. So C will give either to B or to A. Let's say C gave to A. In that case, how many people got at least one gift? 2 people got at least one gift. Clear? So if they decide to give one gift to other person, right? The answer becomes 2. Think about it logically. If there are 4 people, okay? If there are 4 people, minimum possible number of people will only happen when all of them are giving gift to the same guy. So D gives to A, C also gives to A, B also gives to A, but A cannot give to A himself. Are you getting it? A cannot give to A himself. That means A has to give to any one of the other guys. So if they decide to give one gift to every other person, the number of people are 2. The value of K becomes 1, and always we are getting the answer of K plus 1. The question is asking you minimum. So you have to minimize the value of K, and you also have to see in how many ways can I reduce the number of persons given to us. Clear? Even if you have not converted, okay, no problem, but worth a try because it comes under puzzles here. Okay, but I'm not counting these 3 marks here. Don't worry. We are done with 15 marks so far. Okay, very easy question. So we have cost price per unit is 5:6. So I would write this as, let's say, 500x and 600x. The profit received on selling each of the products P was same, let's say K rupees and K rupees. What would be the selling price of P if the profit per unit of P is 20% of SP of Q, which is equal to, what is 3000? 20% of SP of product Q and equal to 3000. This is commenting about the profit. Profit is 3000. Now this profit is 20%, that is 1/5 of SP of Q is equal to 3000. Clear? Which means can I say SP of Q becomes 15,000? If SP of Q is 15,000, so can I say 600x is equal to 12,000? Clear? Which means x is equal to how much? 6 ones are 620s. X is equal to 20. So what is 500x? 500 into 20, that becomes 10,000 plus 3,000. My answer becomes 18 marks by the end of this question. Should not have taken more than 2 minutes. Clear? So we are already at 18 by now. Few more very easy questions. If you know quadratic, lovely sitter question, not a difficult one at all. Okay. This was again a next question that you should have definitely converted. Right. So of all the students in a dorm, half of them are first year students and the rest are second year students. So first year 50x, second year 50x. 4/5 of the students in the first year are not declared major. NDM are 40. So the remaining are declared major, which are 10. Right? And the fraction of second year students who were declared major is 3 times the fraction of first year students who were declared the major. The fraction of first year students who were declared major is 10 by 50, that is 1 by 5. The fraction of second year students who were declared major is 3 by 5. 3 by 5 of 50. So in the second year, declared major are 30 students and non-declared major are how many students? 20 students. That's it. Nothing more. What fraction of all the students in the dorm, 100x, are second years who are not declared major? That is 20x by 100x. 20 by 100 is? By now, you should have definitely got 21 marks without struggling in this paper, according to me. Smooth sailing and not even a single question troubled you. I have not counted the previous question as well. Clear? This also was an easy question. We'll discuss how do we solve this. 2 more questions. As I told you, 27 was easy score in this paper, okay? Rupees 9,400 is divided into 3 parts such that the simple interest accrued on these sums for 3 years, 3 into R into 4,900 is equal to 4 in, sorry. Okay. Oh, 3 parts, no? My bad, sorry. A, 4 into R into B divided by 100 is equal to 5 into R into C divided by 100. I'm more curious to know how many of you did this. Exactly the same way. And how many of you used ratios? Now raise your hand. Why did we learn in ratios? Did we not learn something like this in ratios? 2A is equal to 3B is equal to 4C. Online students, how many of you use this and also ratios? Please type a Y on the chat box. So can I say if 2A is equal to 3B is equal to 4C, A is to B is to C is inverse of the coefficients? Right? So first of all, 100, 100, 100 gets cancelled, doesn't matter much. So A will be, the ratio of A is to B is to C will be 1 by 3R, 1 by 4R, and 1 by 5R. 3, 4, and 5, what is LCM? 60. So 60R, okay? Into 60R, into 60R, into 60R. So what do I get finally here? 20 is to 15 is to 12. 20 plus 27 is 47. 47 into 2 is 94. Numbers are lovely. Done with your answer. Find the amount deposited for 5 years into 2. 24. Please understand, you're learning certain chapters to apply, not to keep it in that chapter only. Whenever I see something is equal to something is equal to something, that ratio thing should first strike my mind. And then you go ahead. How many of you did this? What did you do after this? Left it. These two. Got the ratio. A is to B. Same thing. अगर रेशियो करना ही था तो यार चैप्टर में चले जाना भाई. Still a good method. How many? What method did you follow for this question? Wow. Didn't do it. Congratulations. How?
Sir,
I hope you're understanding where are you failing big time. You need to understand these things. This becomes a very easy question. Should not have taken more than a minute to get the answer. Clear? Worst case, you have to use ratios. Yes, when you are given something is equal to something, use ratios. No, what is wrong with us? Now that is where it says how strongly we are trying to use the concepts in other chapters. That is where the fun lies in CAT. If you're not picking up that game, you're not moving ahead towards CAT. And this is not a question to be left simple interest here. How can you leave the question and come? Worst case we taught in the class equal to K. Chesi techira. No, similar time only, no? A by B will be 4R by 3R, 4:3. See, what you did is the short form here. Yes, no problem. What you did is still better, no problem. Clear? So using ratios is again a very good approach. If you're not connecting to this, using ratio is the best possible approach here. Because మనకి ఏం కావాలమ్మా మనకి ABC కావాలి కదా. If మనకి ABC కావాలి, then let's make the ratios of ABC, no, from here. So from these two, what can I say? R gets cancelled, 100 gets cancelled, A by B is equal to 4/3. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఏంటి వస్తుందమ్మా? 4 into 5, 20. 3 into 5, 15. 3 into 4. Very good approach. If you are not connecting to this. Clear? Last question. So 27 marks here. Okay. So in a certain election, there were only 3 candidates. The winning candidate got 60% of total votes. 60x, 20x, and 20x, and each of them lost by 80 votes. That means 60x minus 20x is equal to 80. 40x is equal to 80. X is equal to 2. 100x is equal to now you need to go back and check why did you get less than 27. And some questions should not have taken more time also. Still not a great score according to me. And according to the way you're practicing. My funda is quite simple. You deserve a score according to the amount of efforts you're putting in. I'm no one to say everybody gets a 27. If some of you are not even practicing, obviously 27 nahi aayega. But if some of you feel that you're practicing arithmetic good enough, you have done it well, you're updated with the course, you're consistently preparing, then according to me, 27 is a minimum score you should be getting. And that's what I'm telling you. Knowing the way you are preparing, minimum to minimum, you should be like 27 to aana chahiye. Because none of the questions troubled us in any form altogether. Like you should know how to handle this kind of, but if you were there till here and you stopped after this, then there's again a major problem. Clear? So that should be the whole idea in which you are actually going ahead with. Clear? So this 27, and I repeat, should not have taken more than 30 minutes here. Worst to worst case, this is because you're scanning and scanning also. You should have taken like 30 odd minutes. Okay. Now going back, this was a very easy question because this was given to. This is a very easy question, So you can see this here. Whenever I told in the first mock also that, whenever you have functions based questions, give a thought to it. You feel lost, leave it. But give that 1 minute of thought to it. F of x square plus 1 is equal to f of 2x square. Okay. Now, I'm given f of 1 square is equal to 1, which means I'm replacing x is equal to 1. Okay. So, can I write this as f of 1 square plus 1 is equal to f of 2 into 1 square, that is 2. So, can I say f of 2 is equal to 1 plus 1, that is 2? Right? Now, what is f of 3? F of 3 into 1 square is 3. This is again f of 1 square plus 2. Yeah, what is f of 1? That is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Similarly, can I say f of 4 will be equal to f of 1 square plus 3? So f of 1 is equal to 1, f of 2 is equal to 2, f of 3 is equal to 3, f of 4 is equal to 4. Can I say each number is equal to its own representative only? Sum of first 100 natural numbers, 100 into 101 divided by 2. Now this, when divided by 50, gives you what? That becomes your answer. And this is what I mean by giving a thought to the question. A good thought to the question, and then accordingly you move forward. Clear? Right? So this was definitely to be done. If you know quadratic equation, you should know that real roots happen when d is always greater than or equal to 0. And what is d here? D is nothing but b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. Very basics of quadratic, in case you know quadratic here. Clear? So b square is 16 square, that is 256, minus 4 into a is equal to 4 and c is equal to 4m, that is greater than or equal to 0. 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64. Clear? So can I write 256 is greater than or equal to 64m? 64 1s are 64 4s are, or m is less than equal to 4. Now what is the question asking you? Non-negative integers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Non-negative is 0 as well. So very simple question. In case you know quadratic, you should have definitely jumped and converted this. Why will I convert? When I just see this root word called real roots. If I know d is greater than or equal to 0, that's going to be your answer. Clear? Chepama. 5 kadama. Non-negative integer. Non-negative is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No equal to petava. Equal to petava. There are two ways. When d is equal to 0, even in that case, roots are real and equal. And when d is greater than 0, roots are real and distinct. There's a common mistake students commit. In both the cases, you have real roots. So always you should be like d is greater than or equal to 0. The tada ikkada only one root vastadi because their roots are real and equal. Ikkada two roots vastayi. But in both the cases, you will have real roots. Okay? Done. Done. This was a lovely question, but a very lengthy question, guys. I tried it. It's a long question. Clear? Let's do it because we have done geometry. So we have to just form a triangle, right? So we have to form it. This is a mixture of permutations and combinations also, okay? So here, the logic is quite simple. Remember one thing, guys, in case you are new to this topic, if I have to make 3-digit numbers by using 1, 1, and 2, how many ways are in how many numbers can I form? If I want to make 3-digit numbers by using the digits 1, 1, and 2, how many numbers can be formed? You go practically, this is 1, 2, and 1. This is 2, 1, 1. This comes under the concept called I have 3 objects. Out of that, 2 are similar. If 2 are similar, the number of numbers that can be formed is 3 factorial by 2 factorial. Similarly, if I give you 1, 2, and 3, 3 different digits, and 3-digit numbers will always be how many ways? 3 factorial. If you want to know how are those 3 factorials, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. Clear? 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 3 factorial is 6 ways. Now, this is what you have to apply here because the question says there are 3 fair dice, which means I can differentiate between the dice. Clear? Right? Now, largest side being 1. We are applying simple logic. A plus B is greater than C. Sum of two sides is greater than the third side. Clear? So the largest side, I'm taking it as 1. If I'm taking the largest side as 1, how many triangles can be formed? Only one triangle, which will be an equilateral triangle. Largest side 1. I cannot take 2 here. I repeat, this is my largest side. You can always say, sir, 2 plus 1 is equal to 1. 2 plus 1 is greater than 1. But I repeat, I'm assuming this to be my largest side. So none of these two have to cross 1. Similarly, if I take 2 as my largest side, which is C, okay? And we are using the concept called A plus B is greater than C. I repeat, C should be the largest side. So I cannot use a number which is greater than 2. 1 plus 2, is it possible? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Yes. 1 plus 2 is definitely possible because I cannot take C greater than 2. I can have an isosceles triangle. Clear? Next one will be 2 plus 2 plus 2. And I repeat, this will have 3 possibilities. This will be only one possibility. This will also be only one possibility. This is with respect to 2. Now, let's go with largest side as 3. With largest side being 3, what do I use? I can use 1 plus 2 cannot be done. 3 cases. What are 3 cases with this? Yeah, I'm counting 3 triangles, bro. The 3 triangles are 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. Why are you not considering this, sir? Why only this, sir? Those 3 cases are these 3 cases. Are you getting it? When I write 3 factorial by 2 factorial, which means they are automatically arranging themselves into 3 different ways. You missed this, in fact. I have considered this also. When I'm writing 3, I'm considering this also. Are you getting it? Clear? Now here, 2, 2, 2, 3 factorial by 3 factorial, only one possibility. Now when I take 3, what is the possibility? Let's take 1. Go structured way, okay? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Doesn't work. So I can take 1 plus 3 is equal to or is greater than 3. Clear? Right? Let us not write plus sign here. I should have greater than sign. How many triangles, Aditya? Again, 3 triangles. 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1. Okay? So 3 triangles. Next, with 1, this is only possibility 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 3. Okay? Because I repeat, this is the largest side. Now, next I can take 2 plus 2. Right? So I'm taking 2 plus 2 is greater than 3. This will also take how many triangles? 3 triangles. And the next one that I have is 3 plus 3 is greater than 3. How many triangles are these? These are only 1 triangle. 2 plus 3, right? Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, so this is 2 plus 3 is greater than 3. This is also 3 triangles. And then 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is greater than 3. That is 1 triangle. This is what we have till 3. Ilaga 4 ki cheyali, 5 ki cheyali, 6 ki cheyali. That divided by how many cases? 3 dice are thrown. 6 into 6 into 6. That is 216 cases. For people who know PNC and probability and geometry, question for you. Clear? So if you want us to make that, you can also do this. No problem. But it will be lengthy, nothing else. If I take 4, let's go in a structured way. If I take 1, I cannot go more than 4. Only consider these. Now 1 plus 2 is not greater than 4. 1 plus 3 is not greater than 4. 1 plus 4 is greater than 4. Okay. So 1, 4, and 4. How many cases? 3 cases. 1 is over. Now let's put 2 here. I repeat, 2 and 4. And go in this direction. Don't come back. Because 1, 2 already consider. So 2, 1 consider cheskunte em radu manki. So go forward. 2 plus 3 is greater than 4. Yes. 2, 3, 4. 3 different numbers. 3 factorial. That is 6 ways. Clear? 2, 3, 4. See here. Keep this tagline. 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 3. Then 3. 3, 2, 4. 3, 4, 2. Then keep 4. 4, 2, 3. 4, 3, 2. 6 cases. Okay. 2, 3, 4 done. 2 plus 4 is also greater than 4. Fair enough. So I can take 2, 4, and 4. How many cases? 3 cases. With 2, we are done. Now let's go with 3. If I go with 3, I can't cross 4. 3 plus 3 is greater than 4. 3, 3, 4 is 3 cases. 3 plus 4 is greater than 4. 3 cases. 4 plus 4 is greater than 4. Clear? So can you take a minute and solve with 5 and 6, everybody? How many cases are we getting? How to decide that the rates are same? Krishna, you need to unmute and speak, Nana. When I'm solving, I will not be able to see the chat. Just unmute and speak. The rates are same because nothing has been mentioned about the rates, Krishna. Nothing else. Else the answer becomes cannot be determined, kada? So you have 1, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So I have 15 here, erasing this part. Okay, and here I have 15. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 18, and 19. 15 plus 19. We have 34 in all. I'm taking 5. Is 1 plus 4 greater than 5? No. So I have to only take 1 plus 5 plus 5. 3 cases, okay? Next, I go with 2. 2 plus 3 is not greater than 5, but 2 plus 4 is greater than 5. 2 plus 5 is also greater than 5. Yeah, this is 6 cases. This is 3 cases. And 2 plus 5 is also greater than 5. Another 3 cases. Let's go with 3. 3 plus 4 is greater than 5. 6 cases. 3 plus 5 is greater than 5. 3 cases. When you go with 4, 4 plus 4 is greater than 5. And 4 plus 5 is greater than 5. Another 3 cases, another 3 cases. And finally, we have. So 3, 9, 9, or you can just count this as 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 3s are 27. 27 plus 1, 28. Which one, Amma? Oh, we missed that. 3 plus 3 is, yeah, sorry, we missed that. 3 plus 3 is greater than 5. Inka 1, 3 more cases. Clear? This is with 5, and then finally you can make one more with 6. With 6, can I say again 1, 6, 6 is the only possibility? Clear? Then I have 2. 2 plus 4, right? So 2, 5, 6, 2, 6, 6. Then I go with 3. 3 plus 4 and 3 plus 5 and 3 plus 6. Clear? Then I go with 4. 4 plus 4, 4 plus 5, 4 plus 6. Clear? And finally with 5. 5 plus 5, 5 plus 6. And finally 6, 6, 6. So let's count here. 3, 6, 3, 6, 6, 3, 3, 6, 3, 1, 3, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 1, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 1, 15. 15 threes are 45, and there's one more case here, no? 6, 6, 6. Yeah, 46. This should be a total count. 34, So 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 5. 21, right? I guess we missed something here. And then 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 2 is... I guess the answer is... yeah, I guess we're correct, no? Yeah, 37 by 72. This is correct. 111 divided by 216 becomes your answer. The answer is 37 by 72. 337 to 372s. Clear? Right? That's why I told you it's a little lengthy. Once the minute you realize that too many cases, pause. But yeah, if this question comes in a difficult CAT paper, must solve paper. You should not be taking more than 4.5 minutes to crack this question. If 3 different things are there, then 3 factorial. Total, if I throw a die, 6 possibilities. I throw another die, 6 possibilities. I throw a third die, 6 possibilities. Total number of possibilities becomes 6 into 6 into 6. Clear? We'll discuss this in probability, don't worry. Now, people who know numbers, the divisor is 7. And we discussed power divided by pi of 7. Pi of 7 is 6. So divide 10 by 6. Sorry. Yeah. What is the remainder? I repeat, 10 to the power 6 when divided by 7 leaves the remainder of 1. So we have discussed when the powers are weird, divide 10 by 6 and find the remainder. 10 by 6, what is the remainder? 4. So this, and simplify this with 7. 10 by 7, the remainder is 3. This gives me 3 to the power 4. Now 100 by 6, what is the remainder? 100 by 6. What is the remainder? 6 16s are 96. Again, the remainder is 4. 1000 divided by 6, what is the remainder? Again, 4. So if you observe, it's something like this, okay? 6 ones are 6, the remainder is 4. 100, either 40. 6 6 are 36, again remainder is 4. 1000, again a 40. 6 6 are 36, again the remainder is 4. So can I say, no matter I keep on adding zeros, the remainder will always be 4. This is equal to 3 to the power 4 plus 3 to the power 4. You have to just be careful in counting this. There are 10 zeros there. That means I'm adding them 10 times. If I'm adding them 10 times, which means this becomes 10 into 3 to the power 4 divided by 7. This leaves the remainder of 3. 3 to the power 4 is 81. 81 divided by 7, what is the remainder? 77. Kada? So the remainder is 4. 3 4s are 12. 12 when you divide by 7, what is the remainder? 5. So people who have done batch 3 and 5 numbers, you should have definitely converted this. Not a difficult question at all. And that's why I tell remainders are exciting for this reason only. You know the method, just calculate and get out. Should not have taken more than 2 minutes. And you should just try the dividing, every time. And then you find a trend, oh shit, every time it's 4. That makes your job pretty easy. I did 4 times. And then I realized, oh no, it's giving 4 only. Clear? So again, if you have done numbers, must do question. Already done. Hexagon, we can discuss that later. This was a weird question for one simple reason. The numbers were very weird here. Question was not very difficult, okay? A certain number of woodcutters, let's say N wood or M men, cut a certain number of trees, let's say N trees every day. Each woodcutter cuts the same number of trees every day, which is greater than the number of woodcutters, which means N is greater than N. If there are at least 3 woodcutters, okay, and the total number of trees is 9 squared less than a million. That means 1 million less than 9 square. Clear? So this is going to be nothing but 1 million is how many zeros? 6 zeros. Okay. So can I write this as 1000 square minus 9 square? Clear? 1000 square minus 9 square will be 1000 plus 9. That is 1009, and 1000 minus 9, that is 991, is equal to m into n. Now, the only hint that you have to give yourself is when you have these kind of numbers, they might be prime numbers. Batch 3 and 5. Okay. If you find out that they are prime numbers, then the job becomes easy. Both of them are prime numbers. But still in the exam, worth to be left. Don't think about it much. You can still leave it. Okay. This was a very easy question again. This is says a to the base n. Okay. Now a to the base n plus 1 is equal to a. Something is wrong here. Can you just tell me the exact question? Or I have it in my PPT. Yeah, any doubts?
A to the base n plus 1, sir.
A to the base n plus 1, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, the base n plus 1, okay. Ida?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This base. Okay, base n plus 1, that is a, okay. Fair enough. So a to the base n plus 1 is equal to a to the base n. This is what you're saying. Fair enough, no problem. So we replace n is equal to 1. Okay. Can I write a to the base 2 is equal to a to the base 1 plus 1? If I replace n is equal to 2, okay, that means a to the base 3. That is equal to a to the base 2 plus 1. Let's replace it here. Can I say this is a to the base 1 plus 2? I repeat, I am replacing this here. That should give you an idea. So the previous value plus 1. So A3 will be, A4 will be A1 plus 3. Are you getting it? So this will become A1 plus 3, so on, so on, so on. I am going till how much? A98. Can I say will be A1 plus 97? And this is A1. Sorry, this is A1 plus 1. And this is A1. These are your values. Now this total sum is going to give you how much? 98 times of A1 plus sum of first 97 natural numbers. That is 97 into 98 divided by 2, which is equal to 137. Clear? Now we are adding A2, A4, A6, so on till A98. How many terms? 2 into 49. 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3, so on till 2 into 49. 49 terms, which means that will give you 49A1. Right? And now observe A2, A4. Clear? Then you are looking at A6. That will be A1 plus 5. That means you are adding all the odd numbers. What is sum of first n odd numbers? That is n square. So I'm adding 49 odd numbers. That will make it 49 square. You have to calculate the value of this. What smartly you can do is take this on the left hand side. You get 98A1 divided by 2. So you directly get the value of 48A1. 48A1 ఇక్కడ replace చేసేస్తే మన ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. You can use calculator directly, no problem. Okay. So if you want, you can directly use calculator. This is 2 ones are 2 49s. So let's see this. What is 97 into 49? 97 into 49 is 4753 minus 137. Okay. So if I'm using calculator, I am getting 98A1 is equal to minus 4616. I'm dividing this by 2. So if I divide this by 2, I'm dividing this by 2, that is equal to minus 2308, which is how much? 49A1. Now 49A1 plus 49 square. Okay. So what is 49 square? 50 minus 1 whole square. Or you can directly use this as 49 into 49. 2401 number. 2401 minus 2308. And the answer is going to be 90. That becomes your answer. But a series-based question, in case you have time in the exam, worth an attempt. But you need to be good at numbers. You need to know how to handle numbers. Clear? This was done. This was done. This, you can still afford to leave it. Very easy question, but you can leave it. This was very easy question. If you knew geometric progression, you take 5 common, 6 to the power 1 plus 6 square plus 6 cube, so on till 6 to the power 100. Sum of n terms in GP is A into r to the power n minus 1 by r minus 1 into 5. 6 to the power 101 minus 6. This should be your answer. Powers are missing. Clear? So this was a question to convert in case you know geometric progression, should not have left at all. So this should have given you maybe those 3 extra marks. This and quadratic equation. And the reminders. Okay? Or worst case, this and reminders. So around 33 should be your score. This was a lovely question. You should have tried to convert this when you are free. नहीं रे, rationalize कर ले answer आ जाएगा. If I need to rationalize my denominator, I have root a plus of root a of plus root of a plus 1. If I need to rationalize this, I need to multiply with, and let's try to take a larger number first, okay? Root of a minus 1 minus of root of a divided by root of a minus 1 minus of root of a. Now this becomes what? A square minus b square. A square is a minus 1 minus a. Clear? Sorry, a plus 1 minus a. So denominator is 1. Here also a square minus b square. What is a square minus b square? Root of a plus 2 whole square minus of root of a plus 1 whole square. Again 1. So everywhere denominator you are having 1 only. Clear? Again you can look at this. Root of a plus 3 whole square is a plus 3 minus of a plus 2 will be 1. A plus 4 minus of a plus 3 will be 1. So denominator is 1. Now what are my numerators? My numerators in the first case are root of a plus 1 minus root of a plus. In the second case, it is root of a plus 2 minus of root of a plus 1. Clear? Plus this will be root of a plus 3 minus of root of a plus 2. This is getting cancelled. So whenever you are writing, every second term is getting cancelled. So my last term will be root of a plus 144 minus of root of a plus 143. This will get cancelled. So this will be plus, okay? Plus and minus. So your final value becomes root of a plus 144 minus of root of a, which is equal to how much? Here you can play a smart game, use options. Clear? And 81 will satisfy. Because 144, or you can go this way. 144 plus 16 is not a perfect square. 64 plus 144 is also not a perfect square. 208. 81 plus 144 is a perfect square. That is 225, which is 15. Minus root of 81 is 9, which is equal to 6. So you could have tried to maximize by using this question as well. Clear? This was also easy. And yeah, let's try this. This is a very good question for people who know numbers. A plus B are digits both greater than 1. And A is less than B. A plus B is less than B. A plus B whole to the power n, and A plus B whole to the power n plus 1 have the same last digit. Irrespective of power, if the digit has to be same, can I say cyclicity has to be 1? That means the number has to end with either 0 or 1 or 5 or 6. Same here also. A into B whole to the power n, and A into B whole to the power n plus 1 also has the same last digit, which means same concept. Now we have to apply. I have to see this here. A plus B and A into B. Now remember, the only catch is these two digits need not be same. But A plus B should end with any one of these. A into B also should be ending with any one of these. And both A and B are greater than 1. Clear? So with both A and B are greater than 1, let's try to understand, and A is less than B. So if I take 2, clear? 2 plus 3 is 5, satisfying. 2 into 3 is 6, satisfying. Clear? First case, satisfying. Now understand, the question is asking you how many possible values of A are there. Now you go with 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, doesn't make sense. A will be 2 only. Once qualify అయిపోయిందమ్మా, stop. Now let's try with if A can be 3. If 3 తీసుకోవాలి, now please understand A and B are ranging from 0 to 9. Okay? So B will be, if this is 3, B will range from how much? 0, 4 to 9. Now, can the last digit be 5? No. 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 plus 9 is 12. 7 to 12 మధ్యలో 5 రాదు, 6 రాదు, 0 వస్తది, 1 వస్తది. Clear? So that means either B can be 7 or B can be 8. 3 into 7 ends with 1. Jackpot. Okay? If it's ending with 1, I need not even check for the second one. 3 is also possible. Let's go with 4. Now 4 plus 5 and 4 plus 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 9 is 13. Keep that in your mind, okay? So from 9 to 13, I can have 0, I can have 1. Ante. Okay? Which means 4 plus 6 is 10, but 4 into 6 is not ending with this. 4 plus 7 is 11. 4 into 7 is not ending with any one of these. Ante, right? 4 plus 8 is 12, doesn't work with us. So 4 is not acceptable. 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. 5 into 6 is 30. Stop. 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Doesn't work. 6 plus 8 is 14. Doesn't work. 6 plus 9 is 15. 5 works. 6 into 9? 54. Daladu. 6 is not possible. 7 plus 8 is 15. 7 into 8 is ending with 6. 8 plus 9 is 17. Doesn't work. That's it. Slightly lengthy, but yeah, you can always convert in case you are looking at this question. Clear? So that's it from the class, and remaining not done yet. Too much. Clear? So I try to maximize the score in mocks. Yeah, that's something which is very important. See that you score a minimum of 27 in these papers, right? And try to maximize in these kind of questions. You know, certain other chapters, convert them. But yeah, I don't think so. In case you have done numbers also, remainders should have been converted. So 27 plus 3, 30. And maybe this you could have converted 31 and so 33. And this was an easy question. If you want, you can go back and try at home. I'm not discussing because circles has not been taught, but a very simple question here. Clear? Right? So I think, yeah, somewhere around 36 to 39 would have been a jackpot score in this paper, but scoring areas were minimum 27. Right? So please ensure that you're putting your efforts in that direction and taking ahead to the next level. Clear? All the best, guys. See you in the next class.